John Beard joins Tricia Toyota on News Center 4 at 5.
Good morning. This is the News Center 4 sign-up edition for Saturday, July the 4th, Independence Day. In the headlines this morning, the only survivor of the Laurel Canyon massacre remains under police guard. Nancy Reagan celebrates a birthday. Chris Everett Lloyd celebrates a big victory. And LA County lifeguards are gearing for a busy holiday weekend. And now the details. Los Angeles police continue to stand guard at the hospital room of the sole survivor of last Wednesday's shootout at the Laurel Canyon residence. News Center 4's Laurel Erickson reports from Cedars-Sinai.
Tricia, we believe that is the tower at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center where police are standing guard, guarding the only person who may have seen the killer or killers in Wednesday's murder. Susan Lanius is the wife of one of the men who was killed that day. She is in stable but critical condition, her head and neck gashed. Police who have interviewed her will not reveal what she has told them about the murder. Now, the investigators believe those murders are probably related to a cocaine or heroin ripoff. The investigation also now includes a house further up the street. Last year, narcotics officers raided the victim's home because they believed two of the victims, Joy Miller and William Deverell, were dealing cocaine. That same night, they raided the home up the street of John Vlick, and they seized $59,000 in cash plus heroin and Quaaludes. Vlick and Miller, who was killed Wednesday, were scheduled to go to court on drug charges later this month. Now, Joy Miller had an extensive drug record, so did William Deverell, her housemate. And one of the other victims, the husband of the survivor who is in this hospital, was well known to underworld figures. Police say that they are still shaking this case down. They say they have about 100 clues, but they will not tell us whether they have a suspect. This is Laurel Erickson reporting live from West Hollywood.
In sports, Chris Everett Lloyd won the women's crown at Wimbledon yesterday for the third time. She defeated Hanna Medlikova of Czechoslovakia in straight sets. The men's finals can be seen live from Wimbledon here on Channel 4 at 8 this morning. It will be John McEnroe against Bjorn Borg. Baseball strike talks continue in New York. Here are two reports from NBC News.
The effects of the 22-day strike have spread beyond the ballparks. In Cincinnati, 1,500 people have lost jobs. The mayor says the city loses $900,000 each time a game is canceled. Now he is demanding some of that money from the Reds, saying their contract with the city-owned stadium requires them to pay, even when they don't play.
Who shall bear the cost of the strike insofar as the stadium? Organized baseball or the taxpayers of the city of Cincinnati? And I don't think that we in city government have any choice but to turn to the Reds and say, you must compensate us, you must meet your obligations under the lease.
In Seattle, the Kingdome is quiet, and so is Pioneer Square, a large retail district nearby. The owner of one restaurant says business was down 30% in June and will go down even more in July because more home games were scheduled this month.
July, we have the Yankees coming, the White Sox are coming, Billy Martin's back, and everybody's a bit depressed.
In Oakland, 1,200 stadium workers are unemployed. The owner of the Oakland Athletics shared his strike insurance payments with them.
Those are the people who are bearing the cost of the strike to a very great extent, and I don't think that's right, and we are trying to do some things to maybe alleviate some of that.
In St. Louis, promoters booked a circus into Busch Stadium and kept workers on the payroll through June. But the ballpark is the key to business downtown, says the mayor's office, and if it shuts down, so does St. Louis. Negotiators in New York offer other cities little hope for a settlement. Stephen Frazier, NBC News, New York.
I'll be back with more news in just 1 minute.
See this ugly yellow stain? That's what comes from cigar or cigarette smoke. Just think what smoking a pack a day, every day, could do to your teeth. But look, here's Topol, the smoker's tooth polish that helps remove all kinds of superficial tobacco stains. Topol starts to work immediately to clean your teeth and to help remove these stains. Just use Topol week after week and watch your teeth get brighter and brighter.
Topol, the smoker's tooth polish, regular or fluoride in 3-ounce and 7-ounce economy size.
Visitors to the Southland spend more than $5 billion annually and support over 100,000 jobs. They come to see our sites and enjoy our services. So make them feel at home. Treat them right. Remember, visitors pass the buck. A public service announcement from the Greater Los Angeles Visitors and Convention Bureau.
Faced with drastic cutbacks in federal support, the Public Broadcasting Service is looking for new ways to save money. NBC News correspondent Bob Jameson has that story.
William McCarter is considered one of the foremost innovators in public television. McCarter runs WTTW in Chicago, watched by more people than any other public station. It was McCarter's idea to take The Paper Chase, a critical success but ratings flop on commercial television, and put it on public TV.
You come in here with a skull full of mush, and if you survive, you leave thinking like a lawyer.
The Paper Chase this year often outdrew programs on the commercial networks which had spurned it. Now McCarter has another idea. Facing a financial crisis, why not put commercials on public television to pay the bill?
It's a subject that a few years ago brought a predictable knee-jerk response. But today, perhaps a few minutes between programs, never interrupting programs, developed around a certain sort of advertiser code would be appropriate to look at this point in time.
McCarter and some other public broadcasting managers believe they could legally and ethically cluster commercials between programs without offending viewers or threatening their nonprofit status with the IRS. They first plan to run institutional messages, a corporation selling its identity, not a product. More and more with Dial, a slick program guide filled with advertisements, and with glossy productions, movies, former commercial TV successes, public television has invaded the commercial world. But as for real commercials, no, says the head of the public broadcasting system, Lawrence Grossman.
Certainly the first job of every public television station and the first job of us here at PBS is to provide that service, that free service, that is now being watched by over 42 million people, 42 million homes a week.
Grossman has an idea of his own, which is equally controversial, pay TV. Grossman wants to put programs like this on a pay cable channel and use the profits to offset lost federal subsidies. Some of these programs would run later on PBS. Critics contend the venture is risky. It might need a $100 million loan just to get started and could cost PBS viewers and contributors.
What we see is the opportunity for a revenue-producing pay television service that will be worth investing in and that the stations will be able to benefit from. Partly to make money, but more importantly to get the programs, to get those programs produced.
My own concern is that public broadcasting, with its very limited resources, at a time that it's thinking about affirming once again the accessibility of all of the best in this country to all of the people, not be prematurely distracted into throwing all of its resources and energies into designing a service that would be a pay service.
Critics less reluctant than Islam contend PBS is focusing on that risky venture while ignoring its original franchise, an alternative television service, educational and cultural programs not available on commercial outlets.
The old fish tank to show you. Now that's what it does to birds, crabs, and animals, and even fish.
Purists have long been disenchanted with public television's purchase of glossy foreign productions, which became a staple, while local news and public affairs programs disappeared from most public stations.
Look, I'll just nip down and... my bomb.
Critics argue that even with new money, public television cannot survive unless it pays more attention to local programming.
The fact is they buy these shows because, not so much because they are good, but because they are non-controversial. You can't possibly compare anything that takes place in most of these shows to contemporary American society. And so it's their way of being safe.
Now, public television faces its greatest challenge, a matter of direction, losing its federal and commercial finances and threatened by cultural offerings on expanding cable channels. It has a problem of both identity and survival. Bob Jameson, NBC News, New York.
I'll be back with more news, the sports, and the weather after these announcements.
Why is Lee's Bar, Stools, and Dinette's big 4-day holiday sale better than any other sale? Because it goes on 4 times as long. All of our oak, maple, brass, glass, and chrome dinette and game sets are on sale. Rattan walnut bars and bar stools are on sale. For 4 days, you can buy all my merchandise at ridiculously low prices. 4 days? 4 days? I'll be ruined. Who talked me into this sale anyway?
See this ugly yellow stain? That's what comes from cigar or cigarette smoke. Just think what smoking a pack a day, every day, could do to your teeth. But look, here's Topol, the smoker's tooth polish that helps remove all kinds of superficial tobacco stains. Topol starts to work immediately to clean your teeth and to help remove these stains. Just use Topol week after week and watch your teeth get brighter and brighter.
Topol, the smoker's tooth polish, regular or fluoride in 3-ounce and 7-ounce economy size.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Banner Carpet's 4th of July sale explodes with 4 days of super savings. We're so hot, we're sizzling. This dense Saxony of DuPont Antron 3 resists abrasion and is now only $8.99 a square yard. This stylish cut and lube of Antron Plus is soil and stain resistant and is reduced to only $12.99 a square yard. Budget or luxury, Banner challenges anyone to beat these red-hot July 4th prices. Banner Carpet's 4th of July sale now at all Banner superstores.
The sun has dried much hardier things than you, so imagine what it can do to your skin. Needless drying, wrinkling, burning. Enter Eclipse. Eclipse protects you with scientifically formulated sunscreens to keep the damaging rays out. Let the tanning rays you want through. Eclipse, for the tan you want, the protection you need. Eclipse sunscreens, your best friend under the sun.
The 4th of July weekend is now officially underway, a day of fireworks, picnics, and parades. With hot and fair weather promised, Southland beaches are expected to be packed. President and Mrs. Reagan plan to take things easy. Their only announced activity is Nancy Reagan's 58th birthday party on a plantation in Mount Vernon, Virginia. A 4th of July report from John Dancy.
The National Birthday Party over this July 4th weekend is an admiring look at the innovation, diversity, and sheer energy of the American people. One feature of this year's birthday party is the Festival of American Folklife, a celebration of old music, old ways, and old people. Lucreta Clark, for example, is 79.
I've been doing this now for about 60 years. I learned at home. My mother and father learned me.
They painstakingly keep alive an art that might otherwise be lost. Most work alone. In the center of the festival grounds, Spanish-American workers are building an adobe house. The adobe bricks come from New Mexico, but mud for the mortar came from the Potomac. Back in 1776, John Adams suggested we celebrate the 4th with pomp and parade, with shows, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other. That and a little watermelon, too. John Dansley, NBC News, Washington.
Well, now for the weather outlook for Los Angeles and vicinity. Mostly fair today through Sunday with variable cloudiness. Highs today and tomorrow in the mid to upper 90s. The overnight lows around 70. Heavy surf at the beaches, mostly poor air quality except for mountain, desert, and the beach areas. Well, this has been the News Center for Sign-Up Edition for Saturday, July the 4th. We'll be back with local news at 5:30 this afternoon, followed by world and national news at 6 o'clock. Stay tuned to Channel 4 throughout the day for all the breaking news. Family Feuds turn into Family Fortunes tomorrow at 7:30. The laughs never stop as Norm Crosby's Comedy Shop tomorrow at 7.
passing by. Life goes on in busy circles, leaving me behind. Memories like portraits fill the attic of my mind. Teach me to die. Hold on to my hand. I have so many questions, things I don't understand. Teach me to die. Give all you can give. If you'll teach me of dying, I will teach you to live. I know that it isn't easy seeing me this way, and it hurts to watch me lying here day after day. Trade your fear of parting for the faith that knows no pain. Don't be afraid to say goodbye. I know we'll meet again. Teach me to die. Hold on to my hand. I have so many questions, things I don't understand. Teach me to die. Give all you can give. If you'll teach me of dying, I will teach you to live.
My Air Double X spray helps keep me extra, extra dry.
My Air Double X roll-on helps keep me extra, extra dry.
Arid Double X helps keep you extra, extra dry.
CPR could mean the difference between life or death for someone having a heart attack. KNBC and the American Red Cross urge you to learn cardiopulmonary resuscitation. This is John Schubeck. For a free CPR pamphlet, mail a self-addressed stamped envelope to KNBC Community Relations.
For better carpet values, come to Carpeteria and find what you want at the price you want to pay. From the very practical to the very elegant. Look at this Saxony plush made with Travera Star polyester pile. Carpets of lustrous Travera Star polyester yarns are soft to the touch, rich and resilient underfoot. A great value at Carpeteria, only $10.99 a square yard. Save big on the best at Carpeteria.
Carpeteria! Carpeteria! Carpeteria!
People do care at Inglewood Park Cemetery and Mortuary, serving the greater Los Angeles area.
Light up your life with quality light fixtures from Paul Sale and Tiffany's in Belmont Shore. We offer a complete inventory of custom manufactured Victorian chandeliers, wall sconces, stained glass lamps, and ceiling fans. We are manufacturers and importers and pass our savings on to you. Shop us for all your unique lighting needs. Sale items limited to stock on hand. Give us a call at 434-7447 or visit our store in Long Beach at 5235 East 2nd Street. We're in the Long Beach White Pages under PST Industries. Call us before you buy.
Phil Donahue.
Any show that good ought to be on Channel 4.
The NBC television schedule is brought to you as special recorded for rebroadcast in this time zone on KNBC Channel 4. This signifies that Channel 4 is a TV code station. The high standards of programming and advertising recommended in the television code of the National Association of Broadcasters benefit everyone. So to see better TV, watch Channel 4, a TV code station.
Hello, friends. I am Brother Carol Pitts, Jr., minister of the Normandy Church of Christ, 64th in Normandy. In the parable of the Good Samaritan, three basic philosophies are demonstrated. First, that of the thieves, which says, "What is thine should be mine, and I'll get it if I can." Second, that of the priest and the Levite. "What is mine should be mine, and I'll keep it if I can." Thirdly, that of the Good Samaritan. "What is mine should be thine, and I'll share it if I can." Remember that Jesus admonished us to follow the example of the Samaritan, and in his words, go and do likewise. At the close of that day, when all of those men had to face God for that day's actions, I am sure that only the Samaritan could close his eyes and sleep with a clear conscience. How was your day today? Did you get out of your way to help someone in need or just to encourage someone? It is absolutely amazing how people in life situations can be changed for the better when we show love and concern, when we give compliments and be good Samaritans. And all of this can be accomplished by being thoughtful, unselfish, and outgoing. Also, realize that just one person can make a home, a classroom, an office, or a shop much better. May I challenge you to be that person today. There is such a need in our world for more love and genuine concern for others. And since it costs so little and does so much, why not try it yourself? Remember that there is no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting up people.
This inspirational message was presented by Dr. Carol Pitts, Normandy Avenue Church of Christ, Los Angeles.
This is Channel 4, KNBC, the national broadcasting company in Los Angeles. Our transmitter is located on Mount Wilson, California, at an elevation of more than 6,170 feet. Until we return to the air with our first program tomorrow morning, speaking for the staff and management of KNBC, we wish you all good night.